what's up, guys. So you haven't seen me in a minute, and a lot of it is the weather. It's so cold, but some of it's because I've been waiting on some bolts. We're doing a gear swap, and let me find them here. I've got a couple that there's no threads left, and I was not going to take the chance. So we got some new ARP bolts. We're doing the gear change. We had a 373 in it. We are now going with a 355. And that somebody's coming up the road. We had a 373. Now we're going with a 355. And in the process, we're changing this out. This mini spool has seen better days. I don't know if you know what they're supposed to look like, but I have a newer one over here. I'll show you. They're supposed to sit in there flush. These obviously were beat. Now, I never did find the noise exactly, the bearing or whatever we had going down, but why not go ahead and fix the problems before it finally breaks. But there's the dad.
Oh, wait.
So we're going to get this thing put back together. I may, if I can think about it, put the camera under there and let you see me struggle. I'm really fat, so it's hard for me to get under the truck with with it setting the way it is. So you're probably going to laugh, but God, I'm so cold. This is dedication. Out here working in it like 10 degrees or something. Ground is ice cold. There's actually ice beside the truck. That's all ice. But yeah, I'll cut this bullshit down. We'll get the camera under the truck. I'll try to get that pinion together. Try to show you a few things before the camera dies. And there's not going to be no running truck in this video, but it is a gear swap. It's something to watch. Now, what is the odds that I'm going to be able to just smack this with the impact and it go all the way up? I seriously doubt it, but damn it. It worked out pretty good. I think I found where my noise is, guys. So I have a solid spacer and one shim. Well, I can pull it in and out. So that tells me that I don't have enough pinion preload. So therefore, I'm going to take that shim out and see what happens. It wouldn't be nearly as bad if I wasn't so fat. Jesus, I'm so fat, I ain't got no room. Now it's very tight, to the point that I can't move properly. That is too much. But it won't go in and out. So I need to take probably half of that. See if I've got a shim. I've got a bunch of shims. I need to check this and see if I've got one maybe half that thick. Okay, so got my little indicator here. Let's zero it back out. So the one I had in it was, let me get a good reading, was 15 thousandths. With it, I had slack. Without it, it wouldn't roll. Now, I have a few options here. This one is 9 thousandths. Ten thousandths. Another 10 thousandths. And 30 thousandths. So obviously we're not going to do the 30, no, I'm sorry, 26 thousandths. So obviously that's way too thick. We started out at 15 thousandths. No, hold on. Harbor Freight junk, by the way. So this isn't even probably right. 12 thousandths. So maybe if we put this one in that's now, I thought it was reading 10, is now it's reading 9 thousandths. So let's try the 9 thousandths and see what happens. I'm sure that's going to be better. This thing, I zeroed it out and it's still, well no, it's zeroed back out now. It's not accurate, but it'll give me a good idea. So let's put the 9 thousandths in it and see if I have any play back and forth and see if it kind of makes a roaring noise. The noise I was hearing, and the reason I pulled this whole rear end apart, was because I was hearing what I thought was a pinion bearing failure, which is a roaring noise when you get on and off the throttle at lower RPMs. During the pass, I never heard no kind of noises at all. Well, obviously I probably can anyways, even if it was terrible. But on the return run, coming back, that was when I heard the noise, and that's what scared me, as I didn't want to ruin an entire rear end if it was a bearing. So all the bearings are good. Axle bearings are good, pinion bearings are good, everything shows to be good. But this little overlooked issue could have been what the whole noise was pinion bearing preload being way too loose. Now, I do have a inch-pound gauge that I check the pinion preload with to see how many inch-pounds it takes to turn it with. I've done it so many times, I'm getting really good at doing it just by feel with my hand. I know that is a sloppy mechanic's way of doing it, but you get lazy, whatever, I don't care, sue me. So I'm gonna put this one in it, hit it with an impact again, you know, because that is a very scientific precision measurement tool, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack out of that too. So whatever, I'm gonna get back under there, put it together, and we'll see what happens now. So that is awesome. We don't have any in and out play that I can feel. There is a resistance, but you can feel that it's good. Just gotta take my word on it, guys. I'm an idiot, but this is a good feeling setup. Now there's 1,000 different ways and a lot better tools to use to get this right, but when it's right, it's right. Whatever, just take my word. Now, all I've done, obviously you've seen me set the preload on the pinion. Now, I've set the carrier up in there. Now, this thing rolls tighter than any one I've ever had, to be honest. They've always been really sloppy, really loose, and my idea has always been loose as fast. I've never actually broken a ring or pinion gear because of my setup being wrong. Now, I have had excessive wear and noise. As far as roaring, this is the first time it's ever happened. But I will say this is the tightest setup that I've ever had. Now, I won't be able to show you, but if I hold the pinion still and rock the ring gear back and forth, you may be able to hear it. There is some lash. Now, I don't know how much it is because I don't have an indicator. But this is the tightest one I've ever set up. Now, watch it be completely jumped from the get-go. I don't really know, but we're going to find out. So, I'm not going to bore you with putting the mini spool together. I'm not going to bore you with putting the cover and the axle seals and stuff in. But you're just going to have to take my word on it, because it's really cold and I just want to fly through this. Basically, I just wanted to give you a heads up on what's going on with the truck. Now, maybe this week, if the weather is clear, me and a couple buddies are going to go test. We may not be testing at the local spot. We may be going to a track. I don't really know. But if it happens, we'll see you there and we'll continue the saga of this bullshit. See you next time, guys.